Muncy in a non-conference matchup. A warm welcome to those of you listening on ESPN Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.com, and on ESPNWilliamsport.tv. Tuning in to see tonight's action, I'm Jonathan Schwab. My producer is Caleb Crownover, and you're listening right now to the Van Campen Motors Countdown to Tip-Off as Muncy tries to sweep the season series between these two squads, improve their district seeding heading into the postseason. South Williamsport trying to find a way to get closer to that 11-win mark that would send them into the district playoffs. Muncy coming off a 71-44 win over St. John Newman. They led 35-15 at the half on Tuesday night. They were led by Brandon McLaughlin, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and 5 steals. Jordan Jones, 14 points. Crystal Good and Nikki Scott also in double figures with 12 apiece. South Williamsport, meanwhile, picked up their 5th win in their last 6 games, a 50-44 triumph at Montgomery on Tuesday. In the middle 2 quarters, South Williamsport outscored Montgomery 32-19. That was the difference in the game. Jennifer Jackson and Anna Steer did the heavy lifting for the Lady Mounties. 19 for Jackson, 15 for Steer. They combined for 34 of the 50 South Williamsport points. When we come back from South Williamsport, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. Welcome back to Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium on the campus of South Williamsport High School as we're in the pregame. South Williamsport and Muncy, and let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, beginning with South Williamsport. In the backcourt, Jennifer Jackson, a 5'9 senior guard. She's joined by Kelsey Gantz, 5'7 junior. Roxy Keller is a 5'5 junior. She'll handle the point guard duties. In the front court, Anna Steer, a 5'10 sophomore. And Kaylin Wheeland, a 5'7 senior. Again, for South Williamsport, Jackson, Gantz, Keller, Wheeland, and Steer. For Muncy, in the backcourt, Crystal Good, senior. She's joined by fellow senior Jordan Jones. The point guard is Brandon McLaughlin. She's a junior, and they're joined in the front court by junior Allison Edwards and sophomore Nikki Scott. Again, for Muncy, Good, Edwards, McLaughlin, Jones, and Scott, the head coaches. For South Williamsport, Mike Allison in his 22nd year at the helm. He's assisted by Bob Harmon. And for Muncy, Craig Weaver Jr. in his 4th season, and he is assisted by former Mansfield Mountaineer, Mallory Hafer. When we come back from Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium, we will have the opening tip. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. Yes, what's up? Okay, thank you. Get back quickly. Great to have you with us from South Williamsport. We're just underway, and the first shot of the game is made by Brandon McLaughlin. Jumper from the right elbow, and Muncy with a quick 2-0 lead. 30 seconds in. South Williamsport 8-9, Muncy 15-2. Steer in the far corner drives the baseline, gives to the left side. Open jumper for Wheeland, who's off the mark. Rebound taken down by Jackson, and a foul called. Let's see, it may have just been out of bounds. Check that. It will be out of bounds, and the ball will stay with South Williamsport as Keller, looking to inbound, gets it out front to Wheeland. Right of the key, Gantz, and now they'll reset with the point guard, Keller. On the left wing, Steer. To the near corner, Wheeland. Left block, Jackson. Shot fake, goes left, and she's fouled on the shot. And Jennifer Jackson, the 5'9" senior, will shoot two. First foul of the game. It's called. Well, let's see. They've got 15 on the scoreboard. That's not possible. Exactly a minute into the game. First free throw for Jackson is good. Trying to even the game up. The fouls, they've corrected it on the scoreboard on Allison Edwards, her first. Second shot up, and that went around and in for Jackson. Even at 2. As McLaughlin brings it from left to right. 2-3 zone for South Williamsport. Near corner, Jones has it. Lofts a pass to the top. They reverse it now to the left wing into the arms of Edwards. She'll shovel now to the left wing, McLaughlin. McLaughlin to the far corner, high arcing three for Jones is off the mark. Rebound taken down by Wheeland. Up ahead, Jackson right at the basket, lays it up, no good. Rebound taken away by Scott. Tied it 2 a minute and a half in. Jones left of the basket, lays it up and in. First two for Jordan Jones, the senior. 4-2 the Muncy lead. 6:16 to go first quarter. live from Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium in South Williamsport. Second of 2 regular season meetings between these two teams. Keller left of the key, gives right of the key over to Gantz. Now on the right wing, it's Steer driving. Her shot blocked by Scott, comes right into the arms of Wheeling. She misses the chippy. Rebound, and it's tied up. Good, and Jackson, possession arrow, will give it to Muncy. Muncy won the first meeting between these two squads, 46-41. That was January 8th of this year at Muncy. As McLaughlin comes over the timeline, she's blitzed. Now bad pass stolen away by Wheelan. Good pressure out front by the Lady Mounties, and they have the ball back, trailing by 2. 2:15 into this one. Middle of the paint, Steer, turnaround jumper around the back rim and off. Rebound taken down by Good, and we have a whistle away from the play. And it'll be against Muncy. And it's the second foul on Allison Edwards. Second on the team. And so we'll see our first sub of the game. That's Emily Schneider, senior forward, onto the floor. South Williamsport inbounding. Keller baseline left. Throws it out top to Steer. Steer holding waist high. They come to the near corner, Keller. Back out front now, Steer. Man-to-man for Muncy. Right side, the jumper in the air by Gantz is long. Rebound, rolls out of bounds on the baseline. And it is off Keller. It'll be Muncy ball. 4-2, the Lady Indians with the advantage. 5:23 to go first quarter. Left baseline quickly, it's Good. Back out top, Jones fakes the 3 and travels with the basketball. Turnover for Muncy. The Lady Indians have already clinched their 3rd consecutive winning season under 4th-year head coach Craig Weaver Jr. Going back to the start of the 2011-2012 season, this Muncy program, 46-19. Gantz on the left wing. To the top, Keller. Now they get right block Jackson. They continue to reverse the basketball. Jackson gets it back in the middle. Shot fake, one dribble, shot high off the glass, misses. Rebound hits the floor, Good gets it. Throws it up ahead, Jones on the right wing. Jones slashes to the basket, righty shot off the window and in. 4 for Jordan Jones. 6-2 Muncy. 4:45 remaining first quarter. Far corner, Wheeland. Right block, Steer. Turnaround shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound picked off by Jones. She'll look to run, and her pass hits McLaughlin in the head and will go out of bounds on the baseline on the near side. South Williamsport ball. And here comes full court man-to-man pressure from the Lady Indians. Gantz in the backcourt. Good in front of her. Gantz comes over to the timeline. Picks up her dribble, throws it over to the right wing, Steer. Tries to drive baseline and dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. Muncy ball. South Williamsport, winners of 5 of their last 6. They've rebuilt from 3-8 into a situation where they can qualify for the postseason with a strong completion of this 2013-2014 campaign as Good drives right. Throws it off the window and in. First 2 for Crystal Good, and a timeout, South Williamsport. 4:05 to go, first quarter. Muncy 8, South Williamsport 2. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. (8-2) the Muncy lead midway through this first quarter. South Williamsport with the ball. Gantz right of the lane, throws a shot off the glass, no good. Tries to get a long rebound. It's knocked away by Schneider, out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay with the Lady Mounties. 6-0 Muncy run. 3 different players on the board for the Lady Indians as Keller will inbound baseline right. Throws it out near midcourt where she finds Wheeland. Wheeland picks up her dribble, tries to get right block for Gantz. It goes off her left hand, out of bounds on the baseline. It'll go back to Muncy. Turnover's an issue early in this one for South Williamsport. As 2 subs into the game for the Lady Mounties. Elena Stugart, 5'6" junior, along with Liz Cummings, 5'9" sophomore. Muncy with the ball coming from left to right from my perspective. High above in the bleachers. At South Williamsport, as the lob underneath is caught by Scott. Her shot short, but before the shot, a travel against Nikki Scott. Turnover, Muncy. Scott will go to the bench. Checking in, Natalie Lamoureux, senior. Again, full court man-to-man pressure from the Lady Indians. South Williamsport with the ball trailing by 6. Cummings comes over mid-court, has it poked away from behind, and able to stay in bounds is good, and then she is bumped and fouled by Cummings. First foul on Liz Cummings. Also, the first against South Williamsport in the first 4:37 of this game. 8-2, the Muncy lead. The Lady Indians have been solid defensively all year long. 14-0 when they allow less than 50. Near corner, Schneider gives to the right wing. Jones, one dribble left of the key. And a long 3 lofted by McLaughlin off the rim, no good. Gantz with the board. And Gantz has the ball slip out of her hands. Was it deflected? Yes, on the far side, out of bounds. It'll stay with South Williamsport. Jackson back into the game. Also on the floor, Megan Allison, 5'4" junior, in the game for the first time. And the inbounds comes to Allison. She'll give it right back to Stugart. Stugart's pass knocked into the backcourt. She retrieves. Jones all over her. Stugart over midcourt. Stops along the sideline on the far side, and she's bumped and fouled by McLaughlin. First on Brandon McLaughlin. Third on the team with 2:52 to go in this opening quarter. South Williamsport and Stugart will inbound from the far side. Slaps the basketball. Gives it off to Gantz. Gantz between the rings. Gives over to the left wing to Allison. Allison holding above her head. Gives out top Gantz. Now to the right wing, Stugart. She'll launch a 3 off the glass, no good. Long rebound comes into the arms of Lamoureux. Up ahead, gets it to Jones, and she will lay it up and in. 6 for Jordan Jones to lead all scores, and it is 10-2 Muncy. 2:20 to go in this first quarter. And a whistle, and we may have an illegal screen in the backcourt set by Gantz. Indeed, that is the case. First foul on Gantz, second on the team. Steer in. Gantz out for the Lady Mounties. Let's set that South Williamsport 5. Jackson out there with Steer, Stugart, and Jones isn't going to let me say it. Quick 3 is short, and the rebound by Stugart. Jackson, Steer, Stugart, Allison, and Cummings, the 5 on the floor for South Williamsport as they have the ball down 8 with 2 minutes to go in the first. Far corner, Cummings. Right of the key, Steer. High arcing 3 is off the rim, no good. Rebound is torn away by Lamoureux, and a whistle and a tie ball. Good work by Jackson to get a hand in, and it'll go back to South Williamsport. Allison inbounding, comes right of the key to Cummings. Cummings yet to put the ball on the floor, gives over to the right wing, Allison. Screen left from Jackson. Out front, Stugart. 1:38 to go, first quarter. 10-2 the Muncy lead. 8-0 run for the Lady Indians. Stugart still on the dribble, gives deep on the right wing to Steer. Steer, one right-handed dribble to the right block, Cummings. Power dribble, stuck underneath, and she's called for the travel. Good post defense by the combination of Lamoureux and Schneider. And Muncy will get it back, leading by 8 as we approach the 1:20 mark to go in this opening frame. McLaughlin gives to the right wing, Good, and she shuffles the feet. Travel on Crystal Good. Muncy will again pressure full court man-to-man. Stugart. Crossover to her left as she comes over midcourt. Delivers to Steer. Steer out front to the left wing, Cummings. Cummings, one dribble, left elbow jumpers partially blocked by McLaughlin, taken down by Good. Jones comes back between defenders in the middle. McLaughlin's jumper short. Rebound Jones. She'll pull it back out. 53 seconds to go in the first. Jones in the near corner. Right of the key, back to McLaughlin. Muncy with the ball and an 8-point lead. South Williamsport still in the 2-3 zone. Left wing McLaughlin, one dribble, three in the air, is off the side of the rim, no good. Rolling to the near side, and Lamoureux and Schneider unable to chase it down. It will go out of bounds. Possession back to the Lady Mounties. 34.4 to go, first quarter. Steer weaving in the backcourt, away from the full court pressure. Gives it the top to Stugart now. Bounce pass, right wing Allison. Far corner Steer tries to drive, shut off by Snyder. Stugart on the right wing, three off the glass, misses. Rebound is pulled down by McLaughlin. Let's see if they look to hold for one. 12 seconds to go in the first. 10-2 Muncy. And McLaughlin takes a quick 18-footer from the right wing. It's no good. Rebound Stugart with 4 seconds to go. Stugart still in the backcourt with 1 second, and she will not get the shot away. As we come to the end of the first quarter, Muncy ends the frame on an 8-0 run. They lead 10-2. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. Start of the second quarter from Mack Huffnagel Gymnasium, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And Muncy controlling that first quarter with their defense. 10-2 the score. Jonathan Schwab, live on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. My producer, Caleb Crownover. Great to have you with us on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.com, and from the visual perspective on ESPNWilliamsport.tv tonight. Muncy will start the quarter with the ball coming from left to right as McLaughlin will walk it over the dividing line. Gives to the right wing, good. Out top, McLaughlin steps into a three. Off the side of the rim, no good. And Edwards gets to the rebound in the corner. Muncy resets. McLaughlin drives middle, pull up 10-footer short. Rebound Jackson. South Williamsport down 8 with the ball. Steer at the free throw line. Runner up off the glass, misses. Rebound tipped to good. Throws it up ahead, Jones. Jones ahead of everybody. Bounce pass to McLaughlin, and she'll put it off the glass and in. Jordan Jones helping a teammate out. McLaughlin with 4 timeout Mike Allison in South Williamsport. 7:25 to go, second quarter. Muncy 12, South Williamsport 2. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks.
What's up? Okay. Okay, got it.
The Muncy lead over South Williamsport. Great to have you with us. This broadcast brought to you in part tonight by Murray Motors, as the left wing three by Keller is short. Rebounded by Jackson, but she had a foot on the end line. It'll be Muncy ball. A 10-0 Muncy run since this game was tied at 2 early. Lady Indians with the ball out of the timeout. Out of the turnover. At the top, McLaughlin gets it to the left side, good. One dribble, back to McLaughlin. South Williamsport bench wanted to travel instead. Left to the basket. It's collected and put up and in by Nikki Scott. Scott's first points. 4 different Lady Indians have scored. They are off to a 14-2 start. A minute 20 into the second quarter, and a foul out front called on Jones. First on Jordan Jones. Fourth on the Lady Indians. Keller will inbound from mid-court near side. Slaps the basketball, holding above her head. Now throws it into the backcourt to Wheeland. Kaylin Whelan comes over the timeline. Pass deflected, and it comes into the arms of Gantz, who gives it right back to Whelan. Gantz had to go to a knee to catch the pass, keep the possession alive. Keller between the rings. To the right wing, Jennifer Jackson. Now right block, Keller. Turns middle, has it stripped away, gets it back. Pass goes off good, comes back to Keller, and now right with the key, it's Gantz has it. Right block, Jackson. Triple team. Now it becomes a double team. And they'll give it to the left wing, Keller. She'll step into a three off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Crystal good. And it's thrown up ahead by Scott, and Edwards travel with the basketball. It's a 3-on-1 if Edwards can complete the transition on the play. Instead, South Williamsport gets it back, trailing by 12. Just under 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Gantz with Good in front of her in the man-to-man. To the right baseline, Keller. To a cutting Jackson. Double team, puts it up anyway, no good. Rebound taken away by Edwards. Muncy with the ball in a 12-point lead. Left side, Jones drives the baseline. Double clutch shot, no, but she's fouled. And Jordan Jones will shoot a pair with 5:35 to go in this first half. Fouls on Kelsey Gantz, her second, third on South Williamsport. First free throw attempt for Muncy tonight. Jordan Jones already with 6 early in this one. 2 dribbles, spins the basketball in her hands. First shot for Jones in the air. High arcing free throw off the back rim, no good. Tonight's officials, Jeff Rothermel, Steve Jacoby, and Tom Olenjensky. Only 7 combined fouls so far in the first half. Pretty cleanly played game from that perspective as Jones, second one short. Rebound into the arms of Wheeland. 14-2 Muncy. 5:27 to go. First half. Jackson between the rings. Picks up her dribble. Double teamed and grabbed and fouled by Edwards. And that will be the third on Allison Edwards. 5th on the team. Keller will inbound from mid-court near side. Throws it into the backcourt. Steer gives to the left wing, Keller. She'll dribble back out front. Roxy Keller comes over to the left wing to Bettina Peruso on the floor for the first time. Peruso, 5'4" junior. 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Steer still pounding the dribble. To the far corner, Peruso. She gets it over to the right block, Steer. Check that. Wheelan back out front to Steer. And now Wheelan with an open 18-footer. It's short. Rebound, Crystal good. She's tied up by Keller. And let's see, are we going to have a foul or a tie-up? It'll be a foul. And the foul will be against Good. Foul on Muncy. First on Crystal Good, 6th on the team. Lamoureux in. Edwards out with those 3 fouls. Keller will inbound, baseline left. Tries to get to the right block. Pass tipped away from Steer and stolen by Jones. Up ahead, Good, right at the basket. Ready, layup up and in. 4 for Crystal Good. The run, 14-0 for Muncy. They lead 16-2, 4:25 to go in this first half. Keller drives left, all the way to the rim. Lefty off the glass and in. Roxy Keller with the first South Williamsport field goal of this game, nearly 12 minutes in. Right of the basket, shot off the glass, no good by Lamoureux. Rebound to Wheelan. So South Williamsport ending the 14-0 Muncy run. Let's see if they can get within 10 or single digits on this possession. Wheelan deep on the left wing. To the top, Peluso. She'll give back to Wheelan. Cross court right wing, Keller. Will not pull the trigger on the shot. Instead to the free throw line, Jackson. Right baseline, Steer. She'll take the jumper and rattle it in. Anna Steer with her first points. 4 straight for South Williamsport. They're within 16-6. 3.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Lady Mounties stay in the 2-3 zone as McLaughlin runs the offense. At the top, Scott. To the left wing, McLaughlin. She'll take a tough 18-footer. That's short. Rebound tipped to Good. Good, tied up by Peruso, and the arrow with the Lady Mounties. They'll get possession back as Stugart, Allison, and Cummings all check in. Jackson and Keller are the two who stay on the floor. Schneider in for Muncy. Scott out. 3:14 remaining in this first half. Muncy leading 16-6, but South Williamsport with their first momentum of the game. They've scored the last 4 points. Right wing Stugart drives along the baseline, stops, gives back out to the right wing Jackson. Jackson shakes her head side to side, doesn't want to deliver the post entry to Cummings. Now Cummings has it in the far corner. Wiz Cummings gives to the right wing Keller. Right block Jackson, turnaround jumper up and in. Jennifer Jackson with 4. It is a 6-0 South Williamsport run. They are within 8, 16-8 Muncy, 2:40 left first half. At the top, Jones lobs it to the far corner, McLaughlin. McLaughlin, 2 dribbles, 16-footer short, rebound, near side, picked up by Allison. Cummings will try to push. On the left wing, Stugart. And Cummings caught the pass, tried to make another pass, had nowhere to go and travels. Turnover for the Lady Mounties. Muncy with an 8-point lead and the ball as we go under 2:20 left in this first half. McLaughlin on the right wing. Between the rings, gets it to Good. Now she lobs it left of the basket, Jones, who will dribble it out. And she'll fire a 3 and nail it. First trifecta of the game for either side. Jordan Jones with 9. And the lead back to double digits for Muncy. 19-8, a minute 56 to go in the first half. Keller between the rings. To the left wing, Allison. Out front, Stugart. At the left elbow, Cummings. Now right of the key, it's Roxy Keller. And she'll hand off to Stugart. Lamoureux on her in the man-to-man. Top of the arc, Allison. Left wing, Keller. An open look from 20 is short. Rebound, weak side. Jackson goes to the floor, picks it up, 1 dribble, and she's called for the travel. Claps the hands in frustration. The turnover gives it back to Muncy with 1:29 to go in the half. 19-8 the Muncy lead. The Lady Indians have not trailed in this first half. Double team near mid-court, and the pass stolen away by Jackson. Intended for Jones. In the middle, Keller takes it to the basket. Whistle and a travel on Keller. And Mike Allison off the bench, arms extended. He cannot understand that call. He thought there was a foul and no travel. We tick down to a minute 15 to go in the second quarter. 19-8 the Muncy lead. Right at the key, Schneider. In the middle, her pass through the arms of Lamoureux, stolen away by Allison. It was a good pass. Lamoureux couldn't corral it. South Williamsport down 11 with the ball, under a minute to go, first half. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll recap this first half as Keller gets it underneath. A reverse misses. Cummings catches. Her shot off glass, no good. And a whistle in the rebounding action. And it'll be against Muncy. Fouls on Lamoureux. That's her first. 7th on the team. That'll send Jackson to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Jackson made her first 2 free throws tonight. First of the 1-and-1 for the right-hander, and she buries it. Jackson leading South Williamsport with 5 in this first half as Scott checks in. Lamoureux out for the Lady Indians. 48.4 remaining in this first half. Jackson trying to cut the deficit back into single digits with this second. Bends the knees, and she does just that. 19-10 Muncy. Clock rolling to 45 left in the first half. Again, the double team near mid-court, and the pass to the far side rolls out of the hands of Good, out of bounds on the sideline. Turnover Muncy. So that mid-court blitz, South Williamsport has forced 3 turnovers in this opening half using it. Full court man-to-man pressure again from Muncy as Keller will walk it up. 35 to go in this first half. South Williamsport down 9 with the ball. Left wing Allison. To the left block, Cummings. Turns left, puts it up short, but she's fouled by Schneider, and she'll shoot 2. 8th team foul on Muncy. First on Emily Schneider. And Riz Cummings to the free throw line. The 5'9" sophomore bends the knees. Right-handed free throw is off the back rim, no good. First missed free throw by South Williamsport. Before that miss, they were 4 for 4. They are now 4 for 5 as Cummings with her second shot up. And that one's off the back of the rim. Rebound Jackson, and she lays it up and in. Alert by Jennifer Jackson. She has 8. And South Williamsport, the closest they've been in a while. 19-12 Muncy. 17 seconds left in the first half. McLaughlin at the top. Let's see if Muncy elects to hold for one. Right of the basket, Schneider catches. 4-footer up, and she hits. First 2 for Emily Schneider. 9-point Muncy lead. 4 seconds to go in the half. Jackson's three-quarters court shot is blocked by McLaughlin, and that'll take us into the locker room. The score at the break, Muncy 21, South Williamsport 12. When we come back, we'll recap that first half. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. All right, you guys want to make sure we're all on the same page here. For Muncy, I've got Jones with 9, Good and McLaughlin with 4, and 2 each for Scott and Schneider. Okay. That's fine. I just do the recap in the first segment so I don't go through the scoring. So there shouldn't be anything for you guys there. And then the second segment is the individual scoring and the team stats. Halftime at Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium, South Williamsport, PA. The score at the intermission in girls high school basketball action. Muncy 21, South Williamsport 12. Jonathan Schwab, great to have you with us on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.com, and ESPNWilliamsport.tv on this Friday evening as the temperatures outside continue to tick upward, and that's great news. And good news for Muncy in this first half as they used a 14-0 run to take the halftime break as we recap this first half, brought to you in part by Murray Motors. The game was tied at 2 early, and Muncy really locked it down defensively from there. 8 consecutive points to close out that first quarter. Jordan Jones led the way with 4 points in the stanza, and Muncy had a 10-2 lead after 1. In the second quarter, that lead continued to grow, eventually to 16-2. Again, a 14-0 run from Muncy. South Williamsport got their first field goal of the game nearly 12 minutes in as Roxy Keller with a drive to the basket to make it 16-4. And that seemed to awaken South Williamsport from their slumber. They went on a 6-0 run to cut to 16-8 and then came up with the last 2 field goals of their half to get within 19-12. Muncy with a late field goal by Emily Schneider to reestablish the lead at 9. That's where we are at the break. The score, Muncy 21, South Williamsport 12. When we come back from South Williamsport Area High School, we'll take a look at the first half scoring in this one. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks.
Venture accounting here. All right.
Halftime at Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium on the campus of South Williamsport Area High School, South Williamsport, PA. Late regular season high school girls basketball tonight. The score at the half, Muncy 21, South Williamsport 12. Jonathan Schwab live with you, my producer Caleb Crownover, and this broadcast brought to you in part by Venture Accounting, online at ventureaccounting.net. First half scoring from this one, it was not a high scoring first half, and let's take a look. Muncy led by Jordan Jones, 9 points, 3 two-point field goals. She also made the game's only 3 in that first half. She was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 9 points for Jones in the first half. 4 each for Crystal Good and Brianna McLaughlin, and 2 apiece for Nikki Scott and Emily Schneider, with the only bench points for Muncy in that first half. Again, a total of 21 for the Lady Indians. As a team, they were 0 for 2 from the free throw line. South Williamsport, meanwhile, in the first half, Jennifer Jackson did a lot of the heavy lifting. 8 points, 2 two-point field goals. She was also 4 for 4 from the free throw line for her 8 points in that first half. 2 each for Anna Steer and Roxy Keller for their total of 12. As a team, South Williamsport was 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Once again, the score at the half, Muncy 21, South Williamsport 12. When we come back, we'll have the second half action. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of stations.
Tonight I believe I'm on 1.
So you're on the car radio too, huh?
Big leagues, big leagues.
Just gotta get Barkley out of the way once in a while.
Oh, no, if you wanted this, you could have this. I've got a Lockhaven twin build tomorrow, so.
My alma mater, I know where that is.
Yeah, you see men's basketball, not too shabby nowadays. All right, fellas, anything interesting? Okay, is there anything I need to keep an eye on in the second half that you guys are seeing? Okay, great, thank you.
I need about 4 baskets and like from a different angle.
I wish I had that luxury.
I know, that's the beauty of television. I can only show some of the highlights. I don't stay for them all.
Just about set to get started in this second half. South Williamsport trailing Muncy 21-12. Jonathan Schwab live on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. My producer Caleb Crownover. South Williamsport 8-9. They need to go 3-2 or better in their final 5 games to qualify for the postseason. Muncy knows they're going to be playing some extra basketball at 15-2. The Lady Indians coming from right to left were underway in the second half. Jones gets it to the right baseline. Edwards throws up the high arcing shot short. Rebound Wheeland. South Williamsport in the home whites with the royal blue trim, blue numerals, blue lettering. Muncy in the navy blue uniforms with the white trim, white numerals, white lettering. Wheeland holding waist high on the right wing. Man-to-man for Muncy. To the left wing, Keller. They reverse now, right wing Gantz. 30 seconds into the second half. South Williamsport with the ball down 9. Right wing Keller has it. Holding above her head, gives to the top Wheeland. Left elbow extended, it's Gantz. Throws up the runner off the glass and in. First points for Kelsey Gantz. And what was a 14-point lead in the first half is now down to 7. His right elbow extended, the jumper for good, and she knocks it down. 6 for Crystal Good. 23-14 Muncy. 6:54 to go, third quarter. Keller dribbles to the left wing. Tries to get around the corner, cut off by Jones. Throws it cross court to the right wing Wheelan. She struggles to maintain possession, gets it back. Pressure, tries to drive along the baseline. Goes all the way, shot up and in. Tough shot by Kaylin Wheeland. She has her first points. And the lead again cut to 7 as Jones has the pass go through her arms on the far baseline and go out of bounds. Back to South Williamsport. So a good sign for the Lady Mounties coming out of the locker room. 2 players who did not score in that first half getting involved, and they have the ball trailing by just 7. Full court man-to-man pressure from Muncy. Jones draped on Keller as Keller comes over midcourt. She gives to Jackson. Jackson near the timeline. Trying to find some space. They give to the right wing Gantz. Near corner, holding above her head is Keller. Right of the key steer. Her 3 is blocked. Ball free. Jackson gets it. Lays it off the glass and in. Jen Jackson, first player in double figures in this game. She has 10, and the Muncy lead down to 5, 23-18. 5:52 to go, third quarter. Good at the top. Steps into a 20-foot. It's blocked by Steer. Taken down by Gantz, who gets it to Jackson as she falls down. Left block Steer, double team to the right side, open Gantz, 12-footer off the glass and in. Kelsey Gantz with 4, the lead down to 3, timeout Muncy. 5:35 to go, third quarter. Muncy 23, South Williamsport 20. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. 23-20 Muncy. 5:26 to go third quarter. Muncy with the ball out of the timeout. Muncy led by as many as 14 in the first half. This is the closest South Williamsport's been. McLaughlin, left wing three, short, weak side rebound, steal. South Williamsport with a three can tie on this possession. 5:09 to go third quarter. Jackson out front, picks up her dribble, gives to the far wing, Wheeland. Left block, Steer. Turns to face, gives right wing Jackson. One dribble, right block, Steer. Turnaround jumper off the glass, no, but she's fouled. Anna Steer will shoot two. Second foul on Crystal Good. First on the team. First trip to the charity stripe for Anna Steer tonight, the sophomore. First shot up, and she nails it. It was 21-12 Muncy at halftime. South Williamsport with this free throw by Steer, and she makes it. Now on a 10-2 run to open the half, it is a 1-point game. 23-22 Muncy. 4:50 to go, third quarter. McLaughlin on the right wing against the 2-3 zone. Bounce pass left wing Jones. Bounce pass into the middle of the lane. Scott catches off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped into the arms of Gantz. South Williamsport looking for their first lead of the game, and the pass up ahead is knocked out of bounds by McLaughlin. On the near side, intended for Keller, it will stay with the Lady Mounties. Keller inbounds out front, Wheeland. Free throw line Steer, and she traveled as she began her move. Turnover South Williamsport. Muncy will get it back. Muncy has not been heavily challenged in many of their games this season. 13 of their 15 wins by double digits. They're in a tight one tonight with a 1-point lead, 4.5 to go third quarter. McLaughlin, crossover left, gives left of the elbow, good into the lane. Shot blocked by the combination of Jackson and Steer, but it comes right to Jones. Jones deep on the left wing. Lobs it left block Scott. She catches. Double team. Needs help. Back out to Jones. Jordan Jones drives to the elbow. Gives right baseline Edwards. Open 14-footer, and she buries it. Great pass by Jordan Jones. Allison Edwards with her first points. 25-22 Muncy. Just past the midway point of this third quarter. Keller picks up her dribble. Throws to the left wing Jackson. Far corner Wheeland. Left block Steer. Triple team, tied up. Good defensive play by Edwards. It will stay with South Williamsport. Keller inbounding, baseline left. Lobs it out front to Gantz. She gives right wing Steer. To the top, Wheeland. Two dribbles, bounce pass to the right wing Jackson. Now Steer will face up. 19 feet out, gets it to Wheeland. Patience right now offensively from South Williamsport. Wheeland on the right side, tries to drive baseline, shut off by Edwards. Bounce pass through the arms of Jackson into the bench area for South Williamsport, out of bounds, Muncy ball. Schneider checks in. Lamoureux as well for Muncy. Scott and Edwards to the bench. 3-point Muncy lead with the ball, 3:13 to go in the third. Jones on the right wing. Won't pull the trigger on the three, to the top, Schneider. She will take the three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Lamoureux rebounds though. Left elbow McLaughlin, gives to Lamoureux. Her jumper is short. Schneider rebounds, one power dribble, shot blocked by Wheeland and pulled down by Jackson. Craig Weaver Jr. and the Muncy side wanted a foul. They did not get the benefit of the call. 2:45 to go in this third quarter. 25-22 Muncy. South Williamsport has trailed since 2 minutes in. They have not led tonight. Left wing Gantz. Gives to the top, Keller. Right elbow Jackson. Faces up. Gives to the left elbow, Steer. Steer dribbles to her right. Gives on the right wing, Keller. Out top, Gantz. Left wing, Wheeland. Free throw line, Steer drives right. Shot up, rattles in. Anna Steer with 6. 25-24 Muncy. 2:11 to go in the third. McLaughlin. Crossover left to the free throw line. Wild shot around the rim and off. Rebound Jackson. South Williamsport looking for that elusive first lead of the night right here. And the pass into the front court by Keller, kicked by Jones. It will stay with the Lady Mounties. Stugart and Cummings in Steer and Wheeland out for South Williamsport. 1:57 to go in the third. Lady Mounties ball trailing by 1. Inbounds pass to a cutting Gantz. Has it knocked out of bounds from behind. Good defensive effort by Crystal Good. He'll stay with South Williamsport. Keller will inbound this time from baseline right of the basket. Lobs it to the elbow, Cummings. Cummings at the right elbow. Gives left wing Stugart. 3 in the air is long. Weak side rebound Jackson, and she's fouled on her layup. She will shoot 2 to try to put her team in front with 1:48 left in the third quarter. It was 16-2 Muncy, 11 and a half minutes in. Jennifer Jackson, 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Spins the ball in her arms. First free throw up, and she makes it. And we are tied for the first time since it was 2-2. South Williamsport looking for their first win over Muncy since February 19th of 2010, a 75-40 win at Muncy. And Jackson makes the second. She has 12 to lead all scorers, and South Williamsport with their first lead of the game. 26-25, 1:42 to go in the third. Schneider at the top. Thought about the 3, will not take it. Instead to the left wing, McLaughlin. She will take the 3. That's an air ball. Far side rebound saved by Lamoureux, but right to Stugart. Her pass is tipped out of bounds on the far side by Jones, but it'll be South Williamsport ball. South Williamsport 14-4 in this quarter. They were down 9 at the half. Up by 1 with the ball right now. Gantz stops at the right elbow, gives to the right wing. Allison, right baseline, Gantz, open jumper is long. Weak side rebound, Cummings puts it up, no good. Jackson rebounds, lays it up and in. Jennifer Jackson with 14. The lead is 3 for South Williamsport. 1:08 to go in the third. Schneider at the top to the near corner, McLaughlin. Open 15-footer is short. Rebound pulled down by Stugart. Stugart falling down, loses it into the arms of McLaughlin, but we'll have a whistle before the steal. And they'll say Stugart was out of bounds before she gave it away. So in the final equation, Muncy gets the ball, but South Williamsport gets a chance to set their defense with 57.2 to go in the third. 28-25, South Williamsport. McLaughlin out front, lobs it to the left wing, good. At the top, Jones thought about the 3, will not shoot. Screen right from Schneider. Over to the right wing, McLaughlin. Far corner, Jones. She'll take that 3, and off the mark, no good. Rebound on the floor, Jackson has it. South Williamsport with 30 seconds to go in the third. The ball and a 3-point lead. Allison gives to the near corner, Stugart. Right block, Steer collects, lays it off the glass and in. Tough shot by Anna Steer. She has 8, and all of a sudden, South Williamsport up by 5. 13 seconds to go in the third. Jones, shot fake. Right block, Lamoureux catches, lays it off the glass and in. Big 2 for Natalie Lamoureux. She has her first points. 3 seconds to go in the third. 3-point South Williamsport lead, and Jackson doesn't realize it, and the clock runs out. End of 3 from South Williamsport. South Williamsport 30, Muncy 27. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. Eight minutes to go in this one as we prepare for the start of the fourth quarter. South Williamsport, 2 points in the first quarter. 12 at halftime total. They scored 18 in that third quarter, and they have moved in front. 30-27 over Muncy. Jonathan Schwab live on ESPN Radio Williamsport, ESPNWilliamsport.com, and ESPNWilliamsport.tv. My producer, Caleb Cronover. Muncy will have it going from right to left to open the fourth. McLaughlin. Between the wings, gives to the left wing, good. Out top, McLaughlin. To the left wing, Edwards. And now Jones. Jordan Jones fakes the pass, gives left wing good. Near corner Edwards to the left wing Jones. Man-to-man for South Williamsport. They've played a lot of 2-3 zone tonight. Left block good. Circles to the middle, bounce past Jones. Shot fake into the paint. Left side Edwards, open 14-footer short. Rebound, Scott has it knocked away by Jackson and stolen. South Williamsport with 7:20 to go, the ball in a 30-27 lead. Trying to even their record at 9-9 on the year. Right block Steer turns, has her shot blocked by Good. Picked up though on the far side by Cummings. Cummings creates a collision and an offensive foul on Wiz Cummings.
They got a good shot of it there.
Second foul on Cummings. That is the first foul on South Williamsport in this second half, 9 minutes into the half. 7:06 left in the game, 30-27 South Williamsport. Muncy won the first meeting between these two teams on January 8th by 5. And the entry pass into the post stolen away from Scott by Steer and a foul at midcourt against Edwards, and that is her fourth. Third on the team, but more importantly, the fourth on the junior Allison Edwards. So Schneider will check right back into the game. Edwards goes to the bench. 6:55 to go. Jackson will inbound. She has been the offensive fire plug for her team. 14 points tonight. She has it on the right wing. At the right elbow, Steer. Turnaround jumper up and in. Anna Steer has gotten some work done herself in this second half. She has 10 overall, and that matches the biggest South Williamsport lead. 32-27, 6:33 to play. Jones on the left wing. The talented senior gives near corner Schneider. Her three is short. Rebound comes right back to the near corner, but into the arms of Steer. We tick down to 6:15 left. South Williamsport with the ball and a 5-point lead. Right at the key three, Steer, and she buries it. She stepped right into that one. First three of the game for the Lady Mounties. Steer now has 13, and it is an 8-point South Williamsport lead. Timeout, Muncy. 6:05 to go. South Williamsport has turned this game on its head. 35-27 Lady Mounties. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks.
Anything there? Okay, cool.
.6:05 to go in the game, and what a reversal we have seen at Mac Huffnagel Gymnasium tonight. It was 16-2 Muncy, a 22-point turnaround. South Williamsport now leading 35-27. South Williamsport at 8-9. They need to get to 11 wins to make the postseason. And head coach Mike Allison knowing that in order to make the playoffs, they would have to beat at least 3 opponents they've already lost to this year. And if they can pull this one out, that would be a heck of a start. Muncy with the ball, coming from right to left out of the full timeout. McLaughlin gets it to the right side. Schneider, right of the key, Jones. To the free throw line in the lane. Teardrop up and in. Jordan Jones, her first points of the second half. She has 11, 35-29. South Williamsport, 5:45 still to go. An eternity. Deep on the right wing, Jackson to the right baseline, Steer. Now out top, Keller. Long jumper in the air. She hits it. 3 for Roxy Keller. She has 5 back-to-back threes after South Williamsport did not make one the first 3 quarters. They're up 9. Jones near corner. She'll take a 3. And that hits the side of the backboard. Jackson has it. Struggling with the dribble in the backcourt, taken away by McLaughlin, and a tie ball called. If the official allows that to go maybe another split second, that's a clean steal. Instead, the possession arrow keeps it with South Williamsport. Inbounds comes to Cummings. Full court man-to-man heat from Jones, applied to Keller. Jones nearly gets the steal. Instead with the right elbow, Jackson has it. Bounce pass Keller, drives to the rim, righty layup up and in. Keller with 7, and that play all set up because Jones nearly got the steal but couldn't get it. 11-point deficit for Muncy. 4:45 to go. South Williamsport, 28 second half points after 12 in the first half. Jones between the rings, drives left, and a whistle. And a 3-second violation against Schneider. Everything working the way of South Williamsport in this second half. Trying to make it 6 wins in 7 games. 4.5 to go, 40-29 Lady Mounties. Keller gets it over the timeline to Wheeland. To the left wing pass through the arms of Steer, and another quick whistle on the tie ball. This time to the benefit of Muncy. The Lady Indians will get it back. Again, Muncy 14-0 this season when they have allowed less than 50. They've allowed 40 tonight, but they've got a lot of work to do, down 11. Left side good. Drives into the lane, loses it on the floor, stolen by Keller. Roxy Keller has it knocked away and stolen back by Jones. 2-on-3, Jones, crossover left into the lane, shot blocked, but a block will be called on Cummings. The South Williamsport fans wanted a charge call. Instead, it'll be the 3rd on Liz Cummings. 3rd on the team in this second half, and Jordan Jones will shoot 2. Jones, 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Those are the only attempts for Muncy at the free throw line this evening. First shot for Jones, and it rattles in. She leads Muncy tonight, 12 points for the senior. Gang looks from Haverford, as well as Lycoming. And she goes 2 for 2 at the line. And Craig Weaver Jr. wants a timeout. 4:04 to go. South Williamsport 40, Muncy 31. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. .404 left. South Williamsport leading Muncy 40-31. Lady Mounties with the ball going full court left to right. Keller against the full court pressure over the timeline. Wheeland loses it. Stolen away by Good. Clean steal by Crystal Good. Schneider has it in the backcourt. Finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin will push. Her team down by 9. Drives left. Gives near corner Jones. Shot fake. Drives the baseline. Free throw line Schneider, and a 3-second violation against Scott. Scott, 2 hands on her head as she walks back to the other end. With 3:44 left, Muncy will again apply full court pressure. Inbounds comes to Cummings. Cummings redirects to the near side, comes over the timeline. Hands off to Jackson. Boy, has she been crucial tonight offensively. To the right wing, Keller. Right block, Steer. And Steer turned and walked with the basketball. Good defensive positioning on that play by Crystal Good. Still 3:28 to go. 40-31 South Williamsport. The Lady Mounties trailed 16-2 in this game. A vital one for their playoff hopes. McLaughlin on the right wing. Into the middle, Schneider catches. Gets it right in the lane. Scott back out top, McLaughlin. And her pass is kicked. Trying to get it left of the basket for Jones. It's kicked by Steer. It will stay with Muncy with 3:13 to play. Jones will inbound baseline left. To the near corner, Schneider, and McLaughlin will set the half-court offense. Near corner, Jones. Left block, Schneider, right back to Jones, and she loses her footing underneath. And a tie ball. Possession now will give it to South Williamsport. When Jones went to the floor, she stopped. She thought she was tripped. No call. Instead, the tie ball gives it to South Williamsport, holding a 9-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Steer in the backcourt. Gives to Keller. Keller loops to the middle as she comes over the dividing line, and Mike Allison wants a timeout. 2:52 to go. South Williamsport 40, Muncy 31. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks.
Solid. Okay, thank you.
.252 left in the game. South Williamsport leading Muncy 40-31. Great to have you with us. This broadcast brought to you in part by Venture Accounting. Online at ventureaccounting.net. Call 570-419-4921. Muncy led 16-2 midway through the second quarter. Since then, it has been all South Williamsport. They took the lead late in the third quarter. They've led by as many as 11, and they're up by 9 right now. The 40-31 advantage with 2:52 on the game clock. Keller will inbound from midcourt on the near side. Holding above her head, throws in the middle to Jackson. Now out front, Steer, dribbling away from pressure, now double teamed. Cross court, good look to Wheeland on the left wing. Keller double team near midcourt. Nearly has it torn away, and a travel called on Keller. Mike Allison wanted a foul call as Keller was hassled by two Lady Indians. 2:34 to go. Muncy down 9 with the ball. I mentioned the success Muncy has had when they've allowed less than 50. Easy to explain. They've scored 50 or more in 7 straight as the shot by McLaughlin blocked by Steer, taken down by Jackson. Up ahead, Keller. Keller will drive the baseline. Get double team. Needs help. Bad pass. Stolen by Scott. Scott gives to McLaughlin on the far side. McLaughlin drives to the rim. Wild shot off the glass. Misses. Rebound Jackson. 2:09 left. Up ahead, Keller will lay it off the glass. No good. And a foul called on Muncy. And the Muncy fans off to my right do not approve of the call. Fouls on McLaughlin. It's her third. 4th on the team. Roxy Keller has not been to the free throw line tonight. The 5'5 junior nails the first. You look at reasons why a comeback is successful. South Williamsport in this game now 9 for 11 from the free throw line, make it 9 for 12. Second one no good for Keller. Rebound Scott. 10 points, South Williamsport lead, 2 minutes to go. Jones drives, and she's grabbed and fouled on the shot by Jackson, and she'll shoot 2. A mock cheer from some of the Muncy fans. 3rd team foul on South Williamsport, first on Jennifer Jackson. Jordan Jones 2 for 4 from the free throw line. 1:59 on the game clock. Jones, a deep breath, and the first shot up, and she makes it. Ganson, Cummings out for South Williamsport. Craig Weaver Jr. wants a timeout. 1:59 to go. South Williamsport 41, Muncy 32. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. South Williamsport leading 41-32, 1:59 to go in the game. South Williamsport has outscored Muncy by 18 in this second half. It was 21-12 Lady Indians at the half. Muncy with only 2 losses on the year. They come in at 15-2. Jordan Jones at the free throw line to shoot the second of 2. On the floor with McLaughlin, Good, Scott, and Schneider. Jones, 4 dribbles, spins the basketball. Second shot up, and that one's off the rim, no good. Rebound, steer. And a foul as South Williamsport comes over mid-court. Gantz ends up on her stomach. Foul on McLaughlin, and that'll be her 4th. 5th on the team, so Muncy still has to foul a couple more times before they're sending South Williamsport to the free throw line. 1:55 to go. Keller inbounding baseline right. Gets it to the far corner. Wheelan back out front pass. Tipped away, stolen by Scott. And Schneider nearly tied up. Rips it away from Jackson. Jones over to the dividing line. To her left. To the left wing, McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives middle. Stops. Tries to get it to the right wing to Scott. She hands to Schneider. Now McLaughlin into the lane. Teardrop up around and in, but an offensive foul on McLaughlin. Waved the basket off, and that is the 5th foul on McLaughlin. And Clayton Weaver Jr. is hot. And he just got a technical. .131 to go in the game. McLaughlin fouls out. 4 points for her tonight after 21 in the win over St. John Newman. Jackson will shoot the 2 technical free throws. And Weaver Jr. having a conversation with one of the officials near midcourt. Jackson 6 for 6 from the line tonight, make it 7 for 7. This would be the first ever win over Muncy for any of these South Williamsport players. Second shot, Jackson makes that one as well. The last win coming in February of 2010, when even the seniors, like Jackson, were in 8th grade. South Williamsport will also have possession. Up 11, 43-32. 1:31 left. Keller inbounding, gets it front court. Wheelan double team, tied up by Jones, and the possession arrow will give it back to Muncy. Still 1:27 left. Inbounds comes to Jordan Jones. She'll hustle towards the 3-point arc, gave to the right wing, Good. Good drives, and a reach-in foul will be called on the floor on South Williamsport with 1:23 to go. That's just the 4th team foul on the Lady Mounties in the half. First foul on Wheelan. Jones inbounding baseline right. Near baseline, Good has it. Good to the middle, right elbow, Schneider. Gives to her right to Scott. One dribble, 18-footers blocked, and the rebound taken down by Steele with 1:10 to go. And the ball knocked away by Good and stolen. Jones up ahead, drives to the rim, shot short, but she is fouled. It hit the underside of the backboard, and Jordan Jones will shoot 2 with 1:04 left. If this holds, South Williamsport would improve to 9-9 on the season. They would be just 2 wins away from postseason qualification. The foul, the first on Anna Steer. 5th on South Williamsport, Jordan Jones. 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. First one up, and she hits that. Muncy would fall to 15-3. Their next game Tuesday at Sullivan County, an 8 p.m. tip. South Williamsport gets back to action also on Tuesday at undefeated Millville. Doesn't get any easier. Second one good as well for Jones. She has 16 to lead Muncy. 9-point deficit for Muncy, 1 minute to go. And Jackson travels at midcourt. Nobody near her. She just turned the pivot and lost her way. 59.3 left. Muncy still with a ton of work to do. 43-34 South Williamsport. Jones over the midcourt line. Drives left, and she's tripped up and is called for a travel. Craig Weaver Jr. extends his palms outward. He has disagreed with some of the calls over the last few minutes. South Williamsport ball up 9, 47 seconds left. Gantz on the right wing. Has it knocked away, and it goes out of bounds, but a foul before the ball rolls out into the South Williamsport bench. That is the 7th team foul, make it the 8th on Muncy. It's the 2nd on Lamoureux. Gantz will shoot the 1-and-1. Her first trip to the free throw line tonight, and it bears repeating. The quality of the free throw shooting, 11 for 14, now 12 for 15, as Gantz hits the first. She has 5. The lead now 10 for South Williamsport, and what a big win this will be for them. Second one off the back rim, rebound tipped into the arms of Jones. Jones storming down the middle of the court. Left of the basket to Good, gives it right back to Jones, but it's an errant pass stolen by Keller. And Keller will nearly throw it away, but it comes right back to her. Now left of the basket, Jackson. Oh, lays it up and in. Jackson with 18 to lead all scorers. 46-34 South Williamsport. 18 seconds to go. Schneider, deep left wing 3, and she hits it. 5 for Emily Schneider. 46-37, and we have a whistle. And it'll be an offensive foul at midcourt on South Williamsport. Second foul on Wheeland, 6th on the team. Good will inbound from the far side with 9.4 to go. Her team down 9. Inbounds comes to Jones. Jones stops right at the key. She'll take a 3, and that's off the mark. Rebound saved by Scott. The clock will run to 0, and South Williamsport with a win they desperately needed. They come from 14 down to defeat Muncy 46-37. When we come back, we'll have the Pepsi postgame show. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the ESPN Williamsport family of networks. Two here, please. Thank you. Final score tonight from Mack Huffnagel Gymnasium on the campus of South Williamsport Area High School. South Williamsport 46, Muncy 37. With the win, South Williamsport 9-9. Muncy falls to 15-3. And for those of you watching on ESPN Williamsport TV, thanks for making this broadcast possible tonight. Big thanks to Chris Downs and Nick Coringi. And we will bid you adieu and a good night to you for those of you watching on